in Smash Bros. To begin with. Like, so number one, Khan, he's not really all that relevant anymore in terms of the Fire Emblem series. He has some relevancy, but characters like Marth, Ike, even Micaiah, Lucina, Chrom, Robin, all these people, Soth, all these characters have a little more relevancy in recent Fire Emblem status and the recency of the series than Roy did. That Roy currently does. And until he gets a new game, he's not all that relevant. The con number two would be the fact that Roy, just like he was in Melee, would fight so much like Marth. He would fight like Lucina. They have practically the same style. And yes, I know they can make them different, but his main difference was his fire. And now, unless you have him shooting fire out of his sword and making him do really fire-based attacks, which I don't know if he can or cannot do because obviously I have not played the game, um, he's basically just swinging his sword around. And I know he could have different fighting style, he could have different sword swings, but he's basically the same size as Lucina and Marth body size, just a little shorter in height. So he's going to have practically the same speed and the same agility and whatnot. And like we already have the powerhouse character and Ike, and then the fast characters are basically Marth and Lucina, and then the original different with distance attack characters would be Robin. Like, and another like a con would just be the fact that Roy would fight too much like like Marth again. And I'm not saying that because he has a sword, because I do believe sword users could be very, very, very different, but Roy didn't really fight all that much differently compared to Marth in Melee because he was a clone, and then because they're from Fire Emblem, I don't think there's too much of a difference you can do, especially when they have practically the same body size. Like, they're practically the same in terms of almost fighting style. Con number three. There are just so many better, new, and more unique choices to the Fire Emblem roster. We saw one of them already is included in Robin. We till this point we basically only had characters that were strictly sword users. We now finally have a tactician, an avatar, a mage. We have someone different. They can use lightning. They can use wind, they can use dark magic, they can use magic, they can use distance attacks. We have someone that's different, and Robin's quite popular. Lucina's new, she's popular, she has had a lot of popularity, and even though Chrom's already confirmed only for Robin's Final Smash, he was more new, popular, and relevant than Roy was. Micaiah, if they would have went for a second Radiant Dawn character, she would have basically been in Smash Bros. 4 what Robin technically already is, like that magic character, the distance and stuff like that. They would have probably pulled someone like they would have pulled someone for another character from not Roy's, sorry, from Marth's remade games on the DS, Shadow Dragon and Heroes of Light and Shadow. They would have put in Sheeta or something, like a Pegasus Knight person. There's all these other characters that are new, they're relevant now. They're technically better choices because they represent the recent Fire Emblem games, and they would also have offered more unique movesets than basically what Roy was capable of. And con number four, the final con here, and a pretty big one, technically speaking, Roy is practically only liked for Super Smash Brothers. He's not really liked in his game at all. Like, you could ask a lot of people online, they do not like how he fights, his skills, his personality. They do not like him in Fire Emblem 6. He's not that well of a liked character. He's not really well likable lead character, lord type character in the Fire Emblem games. Like, people enjoy the other ones a lot more. They don't really like him. Most of his popularity comes from the fact that, hey, look, was likable and included in Super Smash Bros. Melee. Most people like him from not even his own series. They like him from Smash Brothers. So why is he gonna want to get to possibly even be put in the game when, hey, look, most of the people that want him don't even like him for his own frickin' series. Like his own game or anything. Even, and especially the fact that it wasn't even localized. But the people who did play it through ROMs or whatever, they certainly, I've been hearing a general consensus that not many people like his character, the way he plays in. I'm assuming his personality as well. So that's it too. So that's my pros and my cons on like if Roy made sense to come back in. It's not like Mewtwo is like should Mewtwo be in or should Mewtwo not be in. We've already pretty much confirmed that Roy is not coming back at whatsoever. But I'm just saying this video is made. Did he make sense to come back? And I had 2 pros and 4 cons. So in the end, did I think he made sense coming back, or did I really want him to come back? No, and no, I'm not a Roy hater. I loved playing as Roy in Melee. I liked him more than Marth. I played as him more than Marth. I liked him in that game, but I don't see any point in him returning unless A, he got a new game, or B, he has some sort of new moveset that he could potentially pull out. That's different. If he pulled a fire moveset, or he pulled like a new weapon that's not a sword, or something like that, which that all relates to if he got another game, his game being remade, him having a new game, a sequel, like. And I like I said, I like playing as Roy, but I never saw him as coming back in Super Smash Bros. 4. That's a true story. And I'm sniping is fun. I hope you guys like this topic video. Put in the comment section what you think. Did you think Roy stood a chance for Super Smash Bros. 4 or not? Did you want him back in Super Smash Bros. 4 or not? I want to see your opinions. I like to see what my fans and the rest of the Smash Bros. Community actually thinks in terms of Roy for Super Smash Bros. And his chances of coming back. And that's about it. Sniping is fun, like I said. Peace. Please subscribe if you want to. And have a nice day, everybody. See you next time.